Hello, Will here, and today we are in Skyrim once again, because we're in Skyrim every other day pretty much, and we are here with 3 mods. So we got a little small selection for this video, and for mod number 1 we have Lorcan Relics by Steelfog 14. So what this does is it will add in a chest into the Haugen Keep barracks. So basically, it's where you will go if you start a new game, and obviously when you run up in Alduin. And you'll want to come into basically the room that you would come in if you decide to follow Hadvar. Now, Lorcan Relics, they sort of basically took a little bit of inspiration from the mod The Realm of Lorcan, which is a sort of like a alternative starting mod, and they wanted to add just a couple of items just to sort of go alongside with that. But the Realm of Lorcan is not required for this mod to work, so you can download this mod as on its own and it'll work. Or if you have the Realm of Lorcan, you can still download this and it'll work. So, Realm of Lorcan is not a requirement. It was just a sort of a small little inspiration. So, to get these relics of Lorcan, you want to go to this little chest over here. Forgotten Heroes chest. Inside we got the Axe of Lorcan. Doesn't look like an enchanted, so it looks like you'll be able to enchant it with whatever you want to enchant it with, which is nice. The Sabatons of Lorcan, and the Raiment of Lorcan. Right, so, one key note when it comes to the actual armor pieces. So, okay, the boots, I'm not 100% sure on if that's what they are always going to be. But, Kuzgron, I'm going to need to borrow you for a second. Kaboom! So, if you're playing as a male character, you will end up actually getting basically Sun's armor. But, the sort of basically the texture and the mesh was never created with a female equivalent. Primarily because there's no top. And obviously Bethesda, they didn't want there to be topless women running around the place. So, if you wear it as a female character, you will basically just be wearing the Thieves Guild armor. It'll still have the same armor rating and stuff like that, it's just that its appearance will be of Thieves Guild. Whereas if you're playing as a male character, it will appear as the same as Sun's armor. And the weapon is obviously based off the refuel axe, minus the enchantment. I don't know if it might be stronger than the refuel axe. I'm not 100% sure because its damage rating at the moment on mine is 63, but I have obviously increased some of my skills, so that's what it's basing that off. But yeah, it's just basically the refuel axe, but without the enchantment, so then you can enchant it with whatever enchantment you want to make. But we're going to take this stuff back off.
I will shoulder some of your
Yes, you shall. We're just gonna take this stuff off you because I want Kuzgron to keep that lot. I'm probably gonna keep this stuff. I might give it to another follower. I've got space for one more follower. I can get one more follower to join the team, so I might keep it for them. So in the future, but I might have to see if I could get a male character. Because I've already got the Lost Maiden, Midari, and Willow, and I'm already playing as a female. Oh, I'm kind of half naked. There you go. Right, but yeah, unfortunately, Kuzgron here he's a bit outnumbered. So, it'd be nice to get another male character. So, we're going to keep an eye out for a male follower, I think, for the future. But yeah, so that's it. Yeah, this one is nothing crazy, nothing spectacularly special, but it's just someone's taken an inspiration from something, decided to create something for it, put it into the game, but you do not need the Ramble lorcan to get this to work, which is good. But that was Lorcan Relics by Stealthbug 14, and once again, all you need to do is just come to the Howden Keep, come to the room you follow Hadvar into, and it's in the chest by the bed. Simple as, nice and easy, nice and smooth. Alright, there will be a link in the description to this mod if you want to download it yourself, just to, to get some extra gear. Maybe you want to wear Sun's armor, maybe. So there will be... Oh, hello, Willow. Huh? Yes, you're right in my face. Yes, moonwalk. But right, so that's it for mod number 1. Next, we are going to go, and we're going to go around Skyrim, because we're going to look at some new structures that have been added into around the map, and I'll be showing off a couple, but there's obviously adding a lot more than that, but I will be showing you just a couple, just to give you a rough idea. Alright, and here we are with mod number 2, which is Watchtowers of Skyrim by Espanol Army. So, what this does is it will add in about, I think it's about 5 or 6 like little watchtowers dotted around Skyrim for you to go and find. So if we look on the map, for example, I can see I've already found Northern Pass Watchtower, which is just a little bit away from Dragon's Bridge. But if we were to go down, say down to Falkreath, so here we have Falkreath Watchtower. If we go across to here, we've got stuff like Eastern Watchtower, the Volcanic Watchtower, the Winterhold Watchtower. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 watchtowers. So you got four watchtowers. That's a watchtower. That's the lighthouse. So that don't count. So so we got a few different watchtowers dotted around the place. They're nothing. You gonna get anything good? Oh, it's iron. Double wasting your time with that, Lost Maiden. But yeah, so we'll add in like just these little locations. Then nothing in deep depth. They're just like little sort of environmental locations just dotted around the map. Now, if you do have, you're right there, Kuzagon. You're kind of struggling a little bit there. See you later, Kuzagon. But yeah, if you are running Forgotten Dungeons, which I've had to turn it off for. It is literally a fish out of water. What? Okay then. Oh, Skyrim, when are you going to stop being weird like that? Anyway, so yeah, if you're running Forgotten Dungeons, which for the moment I've had to turn off, there is potential for some of these faces to possibly collide, because unfortunately this one here was colliding with one of the dungeons. So I've turned Forgotten Dungeons off for a moment, and Forgotten Dungeons, that's for a future video. But for now, let's have a look at Watchtowers of Skyrim. So this is the first one. We're not going to be looking at all the watchtowers. I'm just going to be looking at a couple of them, just to sort of give you, just to show a couple of them off, just to give you an idea. So then the other ones that I don't show, you can look at in your own time. So we obviously got this Imperial Soldier already standing here. I mean, he's out here by himself. He must be bored out of his bloody mind. But yeah, again, it's nothing crazy. It's just a little like kind of sort of like watchtower lighthouse kind of thing. There is this. I'm just gonna take that. I'm just gonna take that. I mean, I don't know. Should I just put this guy out of his misery? Because he must be as bored as shit, standing out here on being on his own. So you know what? We're going to do this guy a favour, or hopefully we're going to do this guy a favour. I mean, I might completely actually miss the bloody shot here, but we're we're gonna do him a favor. And we're just gonna do that. And get pulse rush. There you go. Do more damage now. We're just gonna see if we can put this guy out of his misery. Not shooting like that, we're not. There we go. Okay, yeah, for some reason my first shot went a bit limp-wristed. I don't know why, it just went limp-wristed. But yeah, we're just going to put this guy out of his misery. There you go. I'll have my arrow back. There you go. So now it looks like he died of boredom rather than dying by being shot by an arrow. But yeah. So yeah, again, yeah, it was nothing crazy, but it was a little something just to add in, just for sake of like immersion and stuff like that, and just for environmental detail. So that was the first one. So the next one we are going to go and have a look at is we are going to go and have a look at the volcanic watchtower. So I will be back when I get to the volcanic watchtower. And here we are at the volcanic watchtower. Now, so you can see, you know, this one's, you know, the setup for this one is it's a little bit different. It's not overly different, but it's a little bit different. So, obviously, instead of it being Imperials, we got some Stormcloaks here. They got their own little alchemy table. They got their own little tent set up. They got some armor you can just take, nitty willy, you know, why the hell not? And then, yeah, so, and then you just go to the top of the watchtower, and again, you can just rob them of all their stuff. And I'll just take all of that, you know, they don't care. You know, they're not being paid enough for this shit. You know. No, they're not being paid enough for it, so it's like, yeah, take it if you want it. I mean, unfortunately, I did have to come up here on a bit of a foggy day, unfortunately. But, you know, take away the fog, you'll probably have quite a nice view, actually. But yeah. I just picked a really rubbish day to come up here. But so yeah, so you know, again, it's nothing crazy or anything like that. It's nothing in depth. It just adds a few sort of like areas for like just a bit of extra little bit of immersion on the thing, you know, stuff like that. And but yeah, you know, so you can just add it in. It doesn't take up too much space or anything like that, or so it's all fun and dandy. Everyone's happy. Well, didn't need rubber that did, you know. It's all so yeah. Again, there's not like a low. Oh bloody hell! He got hit in the back of the head. Holy sweet Jesus! But yeah, again, yeah, there's not a major load to say about it because it doesn't add in like a load of extra stuff, but it just adds in just, you know, a nice few little details, a couple of extra locations for you to go and find on your map, and possibly, and could possibly be that, you know, if you find them if you go to the right places at the right time on the right days in the nice weather, you might actually get some nice views. I mean, yeah, the view I got is pretty rubbish, but that's because I can't tell the weather. I'm not the weatherman. But right, so with that nice little like fun little immersion, and yeah, and I haven't encountered any kind of like problems with the two locations I've looked at as well. You know, there hasn't been any kind of like massive like land bugs or like bugs with the landscaping or anything like that. So I think all of it will be fine with that as well. So yeah, if you just want to add just like some little locations into your map, you know, because you know maybe you like to do a bit more of a role play kind of playing style, maybe, you know, or if you just want to add some extra little locations into your map, then you know, why not this one? You know, you can add this one in. You know, doesn't take up too much of the memory space, allocated memory space. It's nice and simple. It could probably pretty much enough go anywhere in the load order as well, and it will work fine, and it will be basically compatible with everything. So, why not? So again, this was Watchtowers of Skyrim by Espanol Army. And again, with this one, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to just download it for yourself, or if you want to just check it out and see if you want to run it or not. Even though it doesn't take up that much memory, so I can't see why not, to be honest. But there will be a link in the description below if you want to download it for yourself. So, on to the final mod of this video, which we are going to go to the marshes of Morthal, and we are going to see what Shrek would buy if he won the lottery. Alright, and here we are with the final mod of the video, which this is Drift. What the hell is Drift? Let's go for the Drift. No, Driftworld. And this is by Ent Waifu. And what this adds is just a small little this small little house in the marshes of Morthal. So yeah, aesthetically not the most pleasing place to live. The map market is on the map, but it won't be discovered straight away. You do have to go and actually discover it, but the icon's already there, so you will at least know where to go and find it. And so yeah, Shrek saved the kingdom multiple times. He got paid for the jobs that he did, so he upgraded to a small little manor house. But unfortunately, the people of Skyrim kind of got tired of Shrek, and he hasn't been seen in months. But alright, Driftworld. So let's have a look around. We're gonna have a look around the back of the house. So we come around to the back. Yeah, you got some people crafting supplies here. Then you got a couple of little bits and pieces, nothing crazy. And then there, and you got your tan rack. You got your blacksmith forge. You got your workbench. You got your smelter over here. You got the grindstone. So you got all your smithing stuff and storage for smithing stuff. If we come up here, we have the arcane enchanter with gems and everything in it. Oh, you got a few gems. Unfortunately, none of them are full. They're all empty, but it could be worse. It could be absolutely nothing in it. But yeah, so you got your arcane enchanter. You got a copy of the Ethereum Wars here. I'll take the book. I'm going to take the Black Soul Gem. We've also got a Tragedy in Black. Have I read this one? No, I haven't. Well, I have now. So you got, so you got one to start off a quest and one that is a skill book. Little things like that, or little bonuses like that are all really nice. So it's kind of strange that your arcane stuff is outside rather than inside the house. It's a little bit different. So yeah. There's not a major load to the outside, but you get a few little bits and pieces. You got some wheat if you want to get any wheat, or leeks, cabbages, potatoes, death bells. But you are on the marsh, so there's going to be death bells everywhere. So yeah, that's a little bit on the outside. What's this? What's inside here? Absolutely naffle. Oh, it requires a key. Okay. I don't remember it saying anything about a key. Where be this key? I don't know. I mean, if I can't find the key, then screw it. I'm just going to cheat my way. But which looks like it's going to be the kind of the case here. Key.
A few moments later.
Some dead frost spiders. Here we are. Ilva. So yeah, to find the key, what you're going to want to do is just from this, just to show you again, just from this lantern, just head up to this cairn up here. Just looking for the cairn, looking for the dead frost spiders, and you're looking for Ilva here. So we're going to take the money. We're going to take the key, obviously. I'll let her keep her dignity. So, the driftworld deed. Let's read. Whoever holds this document is the legal owner of property driftworld estate located in Harfingar. This document entitles the holder to all property, livestock, resources and buildings located on the estate. The holder of this document is required to pay any and all outstanding taxes to be collected from the property by the steward of Harfinger. Ownership of this property may only be transferred with the accompanying deed. Well, my deed now. Okay, looking at her journal isn't actually that long either. So, 27th of last side. Finally finished rebuilding the old shack. Looks damn good. I put some display cases for the old war trophies. Just need a little more work before the twins can move in. Twins? Assuming I'm able to convince my milk drinker of a husband. A simp. Then. To leave the city, of course. Don't know what his problem is. It's peaceful out here, aside from the occasional spider anyway. Yeah, the occasional spider. Maybe that's kind of why your husband maybe didn't want to move all the way out here. One, because the spiders, well, for you know, he might have arachnophobia, for you bloody know. We don't know who her husband was, but I don't know. Maybe now her, I don't know. Maybe he's had a lucky escape, possibly. And now he's a free man, a bachelor. But it said twins. I'm trying to forget, who are the twins? I don't know. Maybe there's some more notes inside, maybe. But we've got the key. We've got the deed. We found out there was some marriage problems. But now, let's say bugger to that story and let's have a look in Driftworld cabin. Alright, here we are inside. Yeah, it looks very nice inside. I mean, it's a bit cobwebby, but we can live with that. We can live with the cobwebs. They got some display cases, free glass wall actually if you want one. And you got a couple of mannequins here. Yeah, so you know, it's definitely a bit more of a unique entrance compared to some places that I've seen. Especially with the amount of people blocking the doorway. Thank you, Kudugon. Yeah, there we go. And we're inside. Okay, so it's definitely much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. It's another TARDIS Madari. Another TARDIS house. So we obviously got a fireplace, we got a cooking pot. Yoink. I take a sweet roll. The sweet roll is mine. All sweet rolls will be mine one day. Yeah, burial urn, you're gonna pick that, just a little bit of money. Oh. There you go, well, you know, you're no longer phasing through the table. With great pain and agony. Yeah, okay, and in here we have, what's behind this door? You got your alchemy lab behind here. A little bit of storage in the pantries. Alchemy lab. So, you know, you got a little bit of storage in here. You got your bookshelves here. Another display table. What was flickering that? No, it's probably the stem then, wasn't it? Shrine of the Beller. Oh, it's activate Shrine of the Beller. So that's actually a shrine this time. It's not actually a thing. Oh, short goblet. Ah, it's mine now. I don't know why it does, but it's mine. Another glass sword if you want it. Okay, and if we go up, what we got? Oh, letter from. So we've got documents here, which are obviously going to be empty, but you got letter from Cavi. Ilva, please come home. Our boy asked me where you were last night, and I didn't know what to tell him. That his mother thinks reliving old glory is more important than raising her children. Bah! I've made my decision. I'm packing up the shop, and I'm taking the twins to High Rock with me. My sister will help me take care of them. You know where she lives if you decide to be a mother again. In the meantime, I've been taking more classes at the Bard College, and I wrote this poem. Oh God. Oh Ilva, my ill love, shall I compare thee to frostball? For when we are apart, my love, my body is a limp ragdoll. Oh Ilva, my ill love, art thou not like the even star? My heart sighs like a mourning dove whenever you are far. I must stop here, it is simply too painful. Yes, please stop! For the dear love of God, please stop. Forever your loving husband, Kavi. P.S. I'm not a milk drink here. Mead just makes my head hurt. Okay, so we got some kind of... Obviously had some kind of family drama going on. Yeah. I'm not kind of surprised that the guy left. Oh, Ilva's iron. It looks enchanted to me, so we're going to take that for a second. But yeah, I'm not surprised the guy left, to be honest. So, Ilva's iron, target takes 40% of frost damage to half the stamina. Ooh, so that's actually a pretty powerful enchantment on this little dagger here, actually. Yeah, that's actually a pretty powerful enchantment, actually. God damn. Then obviously you got your bed there. Front box, yeah, I'll take that. I mean, let's face it, she's not going to need it, is she? She did. She's not going to need that either. She did. So yeah. So yeah, this isn't one of those. This isn't going to be one of those like really outlandish, really heavily sort of decorated, expensive, fancy-looking abodes. It's going to be a bit more of a, a more of a bog standard house. But but this one, it comes with a little bit of a story, which I like. Or, I like it when I like it when people add like little stories into the mods that they make and stuff like that. That's of course if obviously, but obviously not every mod can do that, because sometimes some mods don't really have the ability to have a story added into it. But I like this one. I like that this one has a little story. Now, is it a home that I would use? Personally, myself, no. But that's not to say that the house is bad or anything like that. It's not a bad house. It's not terrible or anything like that. It's still functional. It does what you need it to do. You've got a nice amount of space. But for me, it's not a house I would personally use myself. But if you think, oh, I actually quite like the house, I actually quite like the idea of living in the swamps of Morthal, then there will be a link in the description below to this mod if you want to check it out for yourself. But once again, this was Driftworld by Ent Waifu, and that is it for this video in the Ways in the Mods. So, if you like this video or you want to see more videos in the future, why not like this video, because that helps me out a little bit, and why not also subscribe to the channel? See what other videos I got. You can see what other videos I got, see what other mods I've covered, see if there's anything out on there that you think like, oh, I actually quite like that, because there's always links in the description below to every mod that I show off. So, you might go to a past video, you see a mod, and you go, oh, I've never seen that mod before. Oh, I like that mod. Let's go to the description. Let's go download that mod for myself. But right, so that's it for this video. So, before we get out of here, I am going to propose to you watching a question. Now, earlier on in the video, I mentioned about the mod Forgotten Dungeons. Now, I have been recommended to look at Forgotten Dungeons by Dragonblade Kal-El, which thank you for the suggestion. But it's kind of a long one. There's a lot of things in there. There's a lot of dungeons, and to try and cover that in one video is like, it's gonna sort of like undermine it, especially by the fact that since they're dungeons, there's obviously going to be multiple dungeons, and they might be of all varying sizes. So therefore then, if I cover it in a video, I'll probably only end up covering like one dungeon, maybe two dungeons, and that's it. So, I'm going to pose you a question with two different outcomes. Option number one is that I do a full series on Forgotten Dungeons, because if I'm going to cover Forgotten Dungeons, you know what, I want to cover the entire thing, but it will be its own little series on the side, because there's multiple dungeons of probably multiple sizes, so it will have to be done in an actual series rather than a singular video. Or would you like me to tackle the Thieves Guild? Now the reason why I bring up the Thieves Guild is I've been playing Skyrim ever since it was released. So that was like 10 years ago now. pretty much 10 years ago, and within those 10 years I have never done the Thieves Guild. I've done every other guild, I've done every other major side quest. I may have missed some smaller side quests, but I've done all the major ones. So I've done the main story, I've done the Civil War, I've done Dark Brotherhood, I've done the Magic College, I've done the Dragonborn DLC side quest, I've done Dawn Guard. I've done all the major side quests and a lot of the sort of like slightly bigger miscellaneous side quests and stuff like this and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But I have never done the Thieves Guild. So, do you want to see me do Thieves Guild or Forgotten Dungeons? Let me know in the comments below which one you would prefer to see me do. Just put, just either just say what it is, or just put hashtag thief or hashtag dungeon or something like that. Comment in whatever you want, but let me know. Do you want me to do the Forgotten Dungeon series, or do you want me to do a series of me doing the Thieves Guild? Which obviously I will have to create a new character for that, because I do know that there is a brawling part in the Thieves Guild quest, which with Pri I can't do because of her race. So I will need to create a new character for the Thieves Guild one. But let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. But right, now with that question out of the way, man, this video is finished and over. Until next time, I'll see you all later.